Welcome to Blame the Bible study where we actually read all the horrible parts of Christianity they don't like to talk about in church. Turn with me today to the book of Leviticus, chapter 20, and we're going to find out whether or not the Lord approves of somebody becoming an Uncle Daddy. Verse 20, if a man has sexual relations with his aunt, he has dishonored his uncle. They will be held responsible. They will die childless. What a shame. Somebody should have told Jon Snow. You know what I'm talking about? If a man marries his brother's wife, it is an act of impurity. He has dishonored his brother. They will be childless. Okay, now that does not really jive with something else I read in another book. We'll look at that in just a second. Verse 22, keep all my decrees and laws and follow them, so that the land where I am bringing you to live may not vomit you out. The land itself just going to spit out that disgusting impurity of somebody marrying his brother's wife. Now let's turn to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 25, verse 5, and we're going to see how that gels with this other Bible passage, okay? If brothers are living together and one of them dies without a son, his widow must not marry outside the family. Her husband's brother shall take her and marry her and fulfill the duty of a brother-in-law to her. Oh my goodness. That's what brother-in-laws are supposed to do. The first son she bears shall carry on the name of the dead brother, so that his name will not be blotted out from Israel. Well, now these rules from the Lord just don't seem to make sense together. It sounds like it's not exactly an act of impurity if the Lord is telling you it's your duty as a brother-in-law to marry your brother's wife. I guess it just depends on the circumstance. But in Leviticus, it was written very clear in black and white. Do not do that. Confusing? However, if a man does not want to marry his brother's wife, she shall go to the elders at the town gate and say, my husband's brother refuses to carry on his brother's name in Israel. He will not fulfill the duty of a brother-in-law to me. Then the elders of his town shall summon him and talk to him. If he persists in saying, I do not want to marry her, maybe because he read Leviticus and he's worried about getting some wrath from the Lord or being spit out from the land or something, understandable. His brother's widow shall go up to him in the presence of the elders, take off one of his sandals, spit in his face and say, this is what is done to the man who will not build up his brother's family line. And that was the night the lights went out in Georgia. Oh wait, that's from something else. That man's line shall be known in Israel as the family of the unsandaled. The unsandaled, really? Well, what do you guys think about this apparent contradiction in the rules? Let me know what you think about that. Also, do you think there's anything worse than being cursed as the family of the unsandaled? It just seems kind of out there, but hey, don't blame me. It's in the Bible.